Energy solutions for a peace of mind. It's more important now than ever. Our Nicole Reynolds is hanging out with the team from SolUp and has more. Hey, Nicole.
Yeah, hey Jason, we're talking about the sunset on that solar tax credit. You see what we did there? I'm hanging out with Steve here at SolUp, and this is more important than people think, especially if they have those solar panels on their roof. Let's talk about the solar tax credit. What do people really need to know here?
Sure. Well, the solar tax credit was never intended to be the sole economic driver, and actually it was an added benefit. The true economic driver here in Nevada is we have a fantastic net metering policy. So when you put solar panels up on your roof, the excess energy that's generated back feeds into the meter, creates a credit for you, so that you have 100% offset. And this is what really gives you the recovery on your solar system. Again, the sunset of the tax credit was intended. That was meant to stimulate the industry. Now solar is so broadly accepted that the government's decided to reduce that tax credit and let solar continue to increase on its own. But it's still a fantastic benefit for Nevadans.
So what are some of the next steps here? I know you were telling us maybe write to your lawmakers because there are some things that need to be done. You went ahead and you did some of that work for us to really help change some of the laws here. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Sure. So Nevada Energy, because of net metering, they had gone to the PUC and asked for what's called 15-minute net metering increment, which would be to reconcile your net metering. That would not be beneficial to the consumer. They also had a rate case at the beginning of the year to increase the basic service charge to almost $45. That was also defeated. So Nevadans need to be very vigilant and work with the utility and work with their legislators to let them know that this net metering is extremely important to them. Other items we did, and I think you discussed, we helped write SB 379 and SB 440 in last session. Those were aimed at very strong consumer protection. Many bad actors were here in the Valley knocking on doors and making pledges and commitments that unfortunately were not true. This law taking place October 1st makes certain that no one has to pay their bill until their system is fully functional and operational, and any company that's not headquartered here in the state of Nevada has to disclose that on their contract, amongst many other items.
So let's talk about solar, right? Why now? Why should people still do this? I think there's a very obvious benefit here to it, but what's the bigger benefit to going solar?
Rates continue to rise, right? We're driven by natural gas and other resources that are really what's fueling it. And one, we want to be good to our environment. That's one of the key principles for us. But as rates, even if rates didn't increase, you would still have a benefit of being in a land here that has almost more sunshine than any other state in the nation. So you're going to continue to have a benefit. Turn up the air conditioning a little bit and live from the benefit of the sun.
And then really quick, I want to talk about some of the energy saving products that you do have. We got about 30 seconds, but I know you have a lot, right?
Absolutely. So first, energy efficient doors and windows. That can reduce the energy consumption by up to 34%. We use Provia. And also HVAC. Most fun, though, is we have our web store that's called the eLife store. So what happens now when I have these energy efficient panels that are kind of boring and I have a water heater, etc., we have electric bikes, electric e-foils, and we try to take things to that next level. And for preppers out there, we have an atmospheric water recapture machine that will create 2.5 to 3 gallons of water from the atmosphere. No water line hooked up to it. You're being powered by the sun. You can be entirely self-sufficient and off-grid.
So many ways to make this happen, and SolUp is there for you through all of it. Remember that tax credit ending at the end of this year, so make sure you go ahead, go online to SolUp to learn more about it. Jason, LSL, send it back to you.